This is a review of my Walther Arms Walther PPKS in 22 long rifle. This is a new production firearm that is out by Walther Arms, which is not the same Walther that we might be used to. This is an original Walther PPKS made by Walther in West Germany. This one was produced in 1984, and it is chambered in .380 auto. But we're going to be talking about its somewhat distant cousin, this. This is Walther Arms 22 long rifle PPKS. It is made in Germany, and it is made by the Umarex factory. Now, you might know Umarex for producing very realistic copies of the world's greatest firearms in airsoft form. They also produce pellet rifles and other types of replica firearms. Now, this gun kind of gets some bad press because it's not a steel gun. This frame and the slide are made out of a zinc alloy. It's a Zamak zinc and aluminum alloy, and for what it does in a .22 long rifle is just fine. It's not really a very high pressure cartridge, and I've fired about 1,500 rounds through this, and I can't find any cracks or any wear spots that would indicate that this is going to fail. It's a exceptionally overbuilt design. All the spaces in this gun that are milled out to save weight are filled up in this gun to make the frame even stronger. So let's look at some features of this. It mimics the original almost in every way. Let's check to make sure it's clear, which it is. It is a simple blowback design, just like the original. It is a double action, single action. One thing that you're going to hear a lot about online is the double action trigger pull on this gun. It's kind of horrendous. It's because the hammer spring has to be exceptionally strong to set off .22 long rifle. And so your double action pull is going to be about 20 pounds or so. So if you've ever shot a Nagant revolver, an M1895, it's heavier than an M1895 Nagant revolver. So basically the heaviest double action trigger pull on any gun that I've ever owned. However, single action trigger pull is pretty decent. It's about 4 pounds, and it's a pretty clean break. The sights are your typical very, very small Walther PPK sights, but this is an extremely accurate gun. I can do about 3-inch groups at 20 yards. The front sight is held in with a little roll pin, and in the box it comes with little tiny sights that you can change out for different heights, so you can get dialed in. And the rear sight is also adjustable for windage. It has a little set screw there. This is obviously the nickel finish version. It's not stainless like some companies will advertise to you. There's no steel in this frame at all. The ejector is steel, your extractor is steel, and even though it looks like this is the barrel, this is actually a barrel shroud. Let me see if I can disassemble this so I can show you. You lift down on your trigger guard here. This is another dead giveaway. It's a cast gun. You can see the kind of blended casting mark in that marking right there. But back like this, and the slide comes off. Usually not that difficult, but I've also got a camera in front of me. So you got your spring, it comes off. Here's your barrel. This is a steel barrel shroud over your actual barrel liner, which is the very small little thin part in here. I'm not going to take the whole shroud apart, but it comes with a wrench. You can take this little cap off, and the barrel shroud comes off. And it's not unlike the Walther P22, their little polymer frame 22. But you can see the inside, if you're at all familiar with the full-size PPK and PPKS, it's almost identical in every way. I really can't tell any major difference between the two, except for the feed ramps, much smaller than the 22. Okay, now reassembly is the reverse of disassembly. Kind of tricky sometimes. Much easier. Okay, and we're back together. The grips are not interchangeable with regular PPKS grips. Like I said before, the frame is overmolded, so you can kind of see in there, but the frame is not cut out in here like the steel frame. It's actually kind of bubbled over with the zinc aluminum alloy, which makes the frame a lot stronger. The weight with the 380 is absolutely identical, down to the 1/10 of an ounce. There is no difference in weight at all, and there's no difference in size at all. If you're looking for a authentic 22 long rifle replica that's a great plinker, or I guess you might be able to use it for small game hunting, but it's really just a plinker and a training aid if you can still carry a full-size 380 in steel. The magazines are not the same as a P22 magazine. They're PPKS magazines in 22. They hold 10 rounds. It's kind of a staggered double stack. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is, since the barrel is identical to the P22, you can use, where did I put it? This is a P22 1/2x28 thread adapter. And what you do, if I can get this, there it goes. So once the pistol is disassembled, you take off the cap on the barrel, and you screw this on and tighten it down, and then you have 1/2x28 threads out the front of your gun that you can put on a sound suppressor or a flash hider or whatever else you'd want to put on the front of your gun. But this doesn't come with the gun. This is about $20 on eBay for one of these. I believe this comes with one magazine from the factory. I bought extras. I'm not sure how many it originally came with. Is one or two. But mags are available right now, and they're not too expensive. They're about $20. So if you're thinking about buying this Walther PPKS in 22 long rifle, the street price on this nickel finish model is about $430. Sometimes on sale for less. The blued finish, which I've heard isn't nearly as nice as this nickel finish, goes for about $350. I wouldn't hesitate to buy this again. It's an excellent, excellent replica of the original PPKS. It's right up in the same quality standard. It's an identical replica in almost every way, and it's just a really, really great shooter. Another problem people have with this is they say that it only cycles high velocity ammunition. Well, I kind of solved that problem by only firing high velocity ammunition for the first 300 rounds, and now it cycles subsonic and standard velocity just fine. I haven't had a single jam or malfunction with this gun since the first shot. It's been 100% reliable. If you have any questions about this Walther PPKS, how it functions, how it shoots, just leave me a comment in the comment section below. Thank you.